Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Hey Julie, how are you doing today? I'm gonna pop this invite on up here just in case somebody wants to come up and be on the live. Let's see. Yay! So how are you doing today? Happy Sunday. We usually go a little bit later, but I just kind of figured let's go ahead and spend some time together. Hey Snow, Kathleen, Sizzle. Thanks guys. So there's a couple of things I want to go over today. Of course, we're going to talk about the old messy Gypsy Rose, of course. So we've got that to discuss. And I also have something a little different to share with you guys because right now there's so much going on. And I kind of want to share it with you guys. Hold on, let me cut off my fan. This thing is about to blow me off here. Hold on just a second. All right. So there is this channel that's called, I don't know if you guys have ever heard of it. It's called Adapt 2030. Has anybody ever heard of that channel? I want to start out because I want to show you this video that we can talk about. And I just feel like it's something that we really need to talk about. Snow, oh my gosh. I think you told me about that yesterday. Oh my gosh. I'm sending you loves. They are just like family. I know my chi-chis are. I'm so sorry. Let's try to cheer you up. I hate what I'm gonna put on the screen because I don't know if this part's gonna cheer you up or not, but I just wanted to share this with you. So let me share my screen. Again, this station is called Adapt 2030. And this is something that's a little different than what we usually talk about. But I have made videos on stuff like this before. So let's listen. Hold on. Let me get it pulled right on up. Let's see. And again, this is called Adapt 2030.
Talked about the fake alien invasion as the last card in the Illuminati card deck, and it was the fake alien invasion.
If you look at all of the theoretical nuclear war maps, they're always doing the 500 scenario or the 2000 scenario, right? And that's just for the continental United States. That's not counting what's going to be landing in other areas of the world.
So guys, what they're going to talk about is, that we have this thing that's like hurling toward, I don't want to say hurling toward Earth, but it's around there, that Comet 3I Atlas. And that thing is getting really close. We have Avi Loeb that said that he thinks that it is something not of this world. He thinks it's some type of alien technology or something like that. But I want you guys to listen because this is actually something I've heard about for a long, long time. And it's pretty interesting.
Such a festive evening. They want Christmas trees and light them up.
Right. They want to make sure that no matter who you are, what corner of the internet you're at, or what you're into. You know how we've talked about how they customize your viewing and internet experience to you based on previous things that you're looking at. So if you go on Twitter, every so often they pump all the feeds with the same topic, right? So no matter who you are or what corner of the internet you're in, you're getting this. EU reveals what people need in World War III survival kits as citizens warned to prepare.
Yeah.
World War III
How they
warning.
want to scare everybody.
UK, right? Russia threatens UK. Another one. Russia's colonels, look what they're putting. This is what they're putting on every article. Russian colonel issued terrifying.
And guys, y'all know that's what they're doing right now, because everywhere you turn, they're actually talking about this madness. I mean, I was turning on my news today, and what did I hear? If it's not them talking about the war, it's them talking about with the immigration thing. I mean, it's just so much that's going on right now. And, it's really scary. I mean, I'm not saying that this is going to happen, but
World War III nuclear threat to Britain and the U.S. Here's another one. Putin makes major decree as World War III faces increase after 135,000 more soldiers conscripted. Russia shifts from talk and action targeting NATO homeland amid fears of global war. Russia killing World War III warning to NATO. Shooting down Russian planes will lead. Prepare for war. France orders hospitals to ready for World War III.
And if you notice, we always have to have one enemy. And right now, what is mainstream media doing? They're throwing Russia. Russia's the bad person. Russia's the bad person. Because they always have to have a big bad wolf out there.
Here's another one. Putin deploys nuclear bombers in fear World War III. But it just goes on and on. Putin, China, and Iran will call Hexas war bluff. World War III next. World War III fears as Russian colonels warn what action will automatically cause.
Oh, wait, I got a better one for you.
I could just go on and on for another 30 minutes, all from just this week.
And that's when Comet 3I Atlas comes in. The aliens pop down and stop us and take away from the brink of World War III and that leader from the new alien craft or whatever it is. Perhaps it's the Antichrist. I don't know. But it would not surprise me. With Comet 3I Atlas going to swing by here and close to Christmas be closest approach to the Earth. Now, if we were coming to the brink of World War III and this sentient, whatever they're trying to term it now, comet, it's not a comet, it's a craft, for a better term. And again, if you're in the astronomy world, everywhere you're looking at, they're starting to look at Atlas differently. I don't know if you saw the new images come out today, but it sure looks like a winged disc from Egypt. Something like this. Now it's coming in all the science feeds. There's aliens coming. Okay, they're over there. They're not really paying attention to the news.
Now, guys, as you listen to this, I've made a video on this before. Keep in mind Project Bluebeam. Keep that in mind.
But everywhere you look at 3I Atlas is aliens. They got craft. There's spinning orbs. They're coming. They're decelerating. They're accelerating. They're declining. Everything on the whole science, anything on that realms of space, science, mathematics, anything in ancient history, it's all on that side of thing. You're getting the same messaging. 3I Atlas, something strange. Think about it. Banks, billionaires, and countries are loading up on physical gold. Swing, real assets hold their value. .com, and with half the world moving in a perfect world right here. Have they not always talked about the fake alien invasion as the last card in the Illuminati card deck, and it was the fake alien invasion? And here we sit at the precipice of World War III with the comet coming. That's not natural at all in any way, shape, or form. At least that's what they're telling us. It is a man-made or a sentient creature-made object that is equally as highly engineered as we are, or better, and they can decelerate at 130,000 miles per hour and hold course and send signals and have a fleet.
Now, guys, keep this in mind. Any of you guys that was around in the 80s, do you remember what Ronald Reagan said? Do you guys remember? Oh, Snow already beat me to it. Oh my gosh, no, you beat me to it. Because if you guys remember, Ronald Reagan said that was the thing that would bring the whole wide world together would be an alien invasion. And it is so funny because everywhere you look, they're talking about war, France, Ukraine. Everywhere you're looking, they're throwing that out. And then you see the stuff about the 3-eye atlas. So kind of strange, isn't it, guys? But there's more. There's more.
Of orbs following it as it blazes through. All while this is happening, and it's going to coalesce right around a major holiday called Christmas in in December of this year. So think about how perfect that is. Right near Christmas, you got all the New Year things coming. There's a lot of religious holidays in these 2 months coming up, right? The end of the year. It's always about harvest and bounty and eating. So within these 2 months, you got all this talk of the comet coming in, the war's coming. Bam! To walk me through it, Ransom. You're very good at this.
Listen to what he has to say.
I was gonna get there. I'm just going roundabout right here.
You're going too early, man. Hold on.
We're also coming up to the last generations of born children, and I mean in the natural way. And the ones that are about adults now, Gen Z, those are the people worldwide that are getting conscripted, and they're worried about that here too. But let's just go on and on here. Here we go. If World War III erupts, right? I just want to finish these off. I just want you to see the sheer number of it. The 5 wildest things the EU says you urgently need your World War III survival kit. How close are we to World War III? Trump increases production of some of the most powerful missiles amid World War III. Next week, they're just going to say we're in it. North Korea's blunt world.
Hold on.
Okay, World War III. Like, what kind of consumptive model is this going to introduce into the public? Because everybody's saving their money right now because they understand that the economy's not doing so well. Things are kind of, switching. We're moving to digital currencies, gold and silver going crazy. So people are holding on to their money. They're not really spending because they're trying to trim back on a lot of stuff. Things are way more expensive anyway. They're just trying to, it takes more money to have the same lifestyle because everything's more expensive.
And that's what I don't understand with Gypsy coming out doing this cameo. I mean, people don't have the money that they used to have. They don't have the money. And then you got Gypsy over there. She's there still just trying to take all these young people's money. And people aren't spending money right now. They don't have the money to be buying luxuries and stuff like that. There's too much going on.
Expensive. So people are trimming back. They're holding on to the money. So how do you shake that money loose out of people's hands? Because the economy's stagnating a little bit, if you haven't noticed.
Mm-hmm.
Fear.
Yeah, fear. Like, what is this going to drive? Like, what do you think people would buy? Oh, we got to go out and get a water filter. Oh, we need to go out and get the storable foods. We need to go out and get the lights. We need to go out and what are you going to get? Tools, gas cans. I don't know. Walk me through it. Extra fertilizer if you have a farm. Extra, whatever you use on the farm. Extra fertilizer. Some people use pesticides. Extra oils. I don't know. Just think about the amount of consumption by all these people spooked by World War III. I'm just going to go out and even buy extra water. Like, how much money extra is that going to put in the economy? And is it meant to do that?
Mm-hmm.
And this is a trip talking about the, people maybe evading conscription. You're not going to. Too much digital ID biometrics out there. But not only that, say they wanted.
And guys, our government is planning this. They're planning all of this because they are getting ready for a big reset. That's what there's so much stuff happening right now. And it's almost like a snowball. Everything is snowballing right now.
To mess with you. Here's an article about how you could take a video and in 1 minute make someone guilty of a crime. Just like I said before, you can't believe anything that you see at all. Matter of fact, video evidence now in court is going to be subject to all kinds of arguments about could it have been doctored now that we can do it. And here's this is OpenAI's Sora.
Oh, Sora. Sora 2. Yeah, the first one, Sora. We talked about this a long time ago.
Right. Realistic videos of people shoplifting. They didn't do it, but they did it. I wanted to show you this other one here that's really gross.
And is any of this really happening? I would pose that out there as a question to anybody. Like, your news feeds are all fictitious. Have you noticed all the AI generated content just saturating you into there? Is that really real? Because you can overlay a reality on top of that that's not real. Like, are all these people that are out there on the faces of news and on the faces of politicians, what we see every day in the news, are those people even real? Do they exist?
And not only, and is any of the news real? Is anything? I did that video this morning, if you remember, that my friend looked at, and she was crying over a Gypsy Rose video because she actually thought from the media, she said, "Oh, this poor girl, her mother did this to her." So what can you believe? What can you believe these days? There's nothing that you can really believe, because all the news is just it's fake. There's so much fake news. I hate saying fake news because that sounds so, I don't know.
Are they really even there, or is it just big though? Well, you pretend like you're this thing on a screen behind you for some days a week, and then you're really not even there. That this thing is all just like one giant stage production, but the technology is so good, at least up to now. Now it's even exponentially better. So is there even what we're seeing real, or is this really somebody behind a rug like the Wizard of Oz, and everything we're seeing of AI generated content and everything on your news feeds and everything from these TV programs, unless you can step outside and see what's in front of you, then it's an illusionary production for your mind and overlay on your reality.
Is it real? I don't know. Here's an AI actor, now the AI director, Italian producer, blah, blah, blah. Just pointing out.
And guys, keep in mind, AI is about to take over. How many jobs has AI taken over, where it almost makes us as human beings like we're not even really needed, because AI can do it, or a machine.
AI's making the movies, they're writing the movies, and now they're going to be starring people that don't exist. So if they're doing it in the movies, let's think about classically what Hollywood does in relation to real events. They propagandize. They try to make movies about events that show it in a certain light, but now we can do it in real time. So by the time the internet's done debating whether or not something's real 2 weeks later, we're already in war over an event that may or may not have even happened, with people that may or may not have even been real. And
the Truman Show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
in our own multiverse. Thanks.
And
this is kind of what I meant by the last generation of born people, normal people. We've talked about that.
Birthing people.
They have created a human out of 3 different, people, like 2 females, 1 male. That person is not a normal human being with normal DNA. We have basically GMO humans, like in China, when they alter DNA. They have people with different number chromosomes by design now. And I'm not talking.
And what does that do? I mean, seriously, I just have questions. I really have questions when this comes out, because if they're IVFing, they're doing these babies through IVF. So it's like you going to Walmart and picking out your baby. Okay, I want this baby with blonde hair. I want it to have green eyes. Oh yeah, it's going to be a girl, and I want him to be 5 foot tall. What? Wait, what are you talking about? Why? Don't you see that? I think it could really be a problem here, because you're turning your back on nature. And like I was telling you guys before, I think that nature, usually in wartime, a lot more boys are being born. Why? I guess the person, our creator, makes sure that we have that. So it's just really weird. And now we have Gypsy Rose talking about she's going to get her a designer baby. So it's just weird.
Talking about Down syndrome. I'm talking about designed in the lab to be that way. And then I told you that they could make human-like embryos from neither a father or a mother and make a human-like entity out of it. And then they admitted that they're building DNA from scratch in synthetic DNA. And then they said, you know what? We don't even need a father or a mother. And now it's for sure. U.S. research raises.
Now, this is my question. So if you do not have human DNA, no human DNA, do you think that this person will have a soul? Will they have empathy? I mean, that's questions I think that we really need to ask. Will that person, is it really a person? I don't know. I just think I think it's something really scary to think about. Because, I mean, they're just trying this out.
Possibility of IVF embryos with two genetic fathers. Now you can create a human that's not normal. It doesn't have mitochondrial DNA. And vice versa. You can make one with women without men, without a Y chromosome. But not only that, you can start from scratch that's completely different from either group of historical DNA haptype lines and create a new human and gestate it in a factory, or as in the case of China's going with walking robots, which opens up the possibility for their aging population to finally have that daughter or son that they wanted but couldn't have.
Wasn't there a movie like this? Isn't this going to be kind of like AI taken over? Think about it.
But now they can. But with synthetic DNA, the kind that tells you, information about where it was created and stuff, not the kind that created the entity, because this is obvious way of kind of keeping people out of the know, because they get confused when they use the same verbiage or not verbiage, the same words for different things, even though they mean different. They use the same vocabulary. Synthetic DNA literally has 3 different meanings depending on what you're using it. But none of these kids born like this are ever going to be able to escape or get out of the surveillance state. They'll be born with the smart dust. They're born with the synthetic DNA. And we already have that system set up.
And the whole system from birth, so they'll never know any difference, and they'll be digitally entered into the system, like plugged in. You're actually a cube of energy that gets plugged in. It's weird how the vibration.
Think about it. That's what they want. They want the society to be digitally put in the system so they can control everything that you do.
Vibrational frequency should have set us free, where the vibrational frequency of what we're allowed to or can do in a different, like a substrate, is going to be more electrified. Well, these nefarious entities, whatever they are, have found out how to, instead of us breaking free out and becoming more off of the system, have wound us in to plug us in, and we're going to be in nothing more. That movie, The Matrix, makes the most sense. Yeah. You're going to be plugged in as a battery, but not like a battery like you think. It's one of the multi-prongs that plugs into the entire motherboard. A little bit different.
Well, just imagine these people are going to be born in a system that was created before it was even possible to create them. We already have birth certificates that list the father, which is the manufacturer, up until this point. Now the manufacturer will be corporate entities.
Yeah, it'll be a digital object owned by the corporation. They won't have the rights from anything. It'll be
So will that be your child? Because you will not be on the birth certificate. So that child will actually belong to whoever created it. Think about that. Just think about that.
Wow, that's scary, man.
Well, what if your country needs instantly 100,000 people for a workforce? You have 2 options. You can grow it. It takes 20 years, or you could build it robotically while you're growing the other stuff.
Yeah, we're going to take a short break here, but think about that. The lineage breaking off, where these designer humans are going to be their own barcoded owned product as a patented being from a corporation that will be plugged into that digital system without any hesitation. It'll be the ultimate soldier. It could be where the technology sits right now. So think about this as, we're going to go back 10,000 years in time. So Younger Dryas, well, even a little further. Younger Dryas comes in. supposedly follow the timeline. If you go back pre the exiting out of the ice age somewhere around like 21,000, 23,000 years ago, then we get into where the ice age is finished completely, and it's off into this incredible melting phase like 13,000 years ago. Whoosh, we get hit with a comet on the ice sheet that ricochets an enormous amount of ice over and causes those Carolina bays, like we're talking multi-ton pieces come ripping down and smashing on the earth. But there was so much evidence of this, the giant floods in the Scablands, like this thing happens, and
I think that might be all of
the
videos
building project was that
that
was
I wanted you guys
required. The technology is finally now caught up to that point where like the task is completed. So humans are no longer
Okay.
here. Like, what was the task that needed all these humans to complete it? It's done. We're okay. Now the humans are redundant, and now how does that managed decline go? So those are completely two separate worlds of questions.
Well, I think it's, you don't even have to get woo-woo to understand that, say, if you came 5,000 years ago to Earth and you needed to build something technologic, it would be impossible. So you'd have to build something that was really smart out of stone and chemicals and elements that you could find here. But after you've built the technology, the know-how, and processed all of the right elements out so that you could have the right alloys,
for another part of this,
get new genetic material, or disappear. And that's what
I think this is it.
Then there would be no question that God lived in your city, right? You'd be seeing him right up in the sky.
I was looking for
you would be godlike. Think of
I was looking for
coming
another
out of there.
part I wanted y'all to see.
Fruits and whatnot. I mean, you wouldn't lack for food. Let's the stronger alloy out of that thing.
This person kind of points out something here. There's a missing link that they're constantly trying to find, but that's a missing link of evolution, right?
I think we're about
Since
done.
then. Or, like I say, the planet's managed. Jupiter Ascending is one of your best documentaries to watch.
There's no missing links that
I wanted to
an elite few can live in complete luxury and technology if.
Okay, that's it. That's it on that, guys. That's kind of what I wanted you guys to see. But this is just kind of a really scary thing that's coming. And what really worries me is this 3-eye atlas that's coming. Yes. I also want to put, hold on. Let me put this in the chat because I really want go over and check out his channel. Hold on. Let me see if I can put that. I'm going to see if I can put that here. Check him out, David Dubine. He has got a lot of things on his YouTube channel and a lot of things for you to listen to and to think about. Because with this, he's got another video that I was listening to last night. And what he was with this 3-eye atlas coming in the way it is, they're saying you've got scientists that are saying, oh, it's just a comet. Then you've got other people like Avi Loeb that says, no, this is nothing like a comet. And it's not. It's not like a comet. It does not have that tail. And Snow, you're so right. It's a distraction. It is a distraction. Not only that, if you go back and look through some of my videos, I did a video on Project Bluebeam. And if you know anything about Project Bluebeam, they worked on this a long time ago. And what they are wanting to do is to fake like an alien invasion. If not an alien invasion, then they can actually think about this. Because Project Bluebeam, what that is, and they can do this right now. It's almost like the sky is a kind of like a movie screen. This 3-eye atlas, they say it's coming. And what is so funny is that the all the government offices are closed. So just like back in COVID, you can't go to where these big machines where you can look up in the sky and try to find it. So what if one day, think about this, they could put something up in the United States and it would look like Jesus is up in the sky. How many people would think, oh my gosh, it's the rapture? Then they could do the same thing over in a Muslim country and they can put Allah up there. It could happen. Things like that can actually happen. And it's scary. Yes, Julie, there's drones that have been, there's so much stuff going on right now with the distraction. So much stuff going on. And I really wanted to kind of make you guys aware, and don't fall for anything. Please don't fall for anything, because they're shooting things out to us like crazy. Did you guys hear about what happened in Chicago? Chicago, they've got our government is using black ops helicopters going through windows. They're grabbing people out of their apartments. They're taking children and just putting them in a U-Haul truck and taking them away. What is going on? What is actually going on? It's scary. It is very scary what's going on. And what scares me is we've got military on our streets now. And I know here, I'm in Tennessee, and I think it was yesterday, it was in our news that they've got troops in Memphis walking the streets. It's scary. And it's really scary because the people that are, the children that are being raised now, our young people don't know about the Constitution, because guess what? It's not being taught to them. Things are not taught in schools the way it should be and the way it used to be taught. Now a lot of people don't even know what their rights are. So it's really scary. I think that we're in really scary times when you can't even believe what's even going on. Yes, no, critical thinking skills, that has just been flown out the window. Just flown out the window. And you can tell that with what's going on with Gypsy Blanchard. You've got all these children that are idolizing her. What is going on? What is really going on? And they are actually putting someone like her right there, just on a pedestal. Think about that. They are actually putting somebody like her on a pedestal. It just seems like if something happens to internet, what are these children going to do? Because they don't know life without having Siri, Alexa. There's a lot of them that don't know what to do if they don't have these things. So I just wanted to bring all of this out to you guys, and I really wanted you guys to see something a little different, because it feels like to me that a lot of this with Gypsy Rose, to me, it's a big distraction. And I took my daughter out of school when she was in high school, because all of a sudden they would not. I asked her teacher. I said, whenever I was in 10th grade, we were reading the book 1984, and the teacher said, "Oh no, we don't teach anything like that." What? I think that book is very important. Very, very important. So it's crazy. So guys, let's talk about something a little different. Let's not end on a bad note. Have y'all seen Gypsy Rose's new Halloween costume? Have you guys seen it? Oh my word. It is scary. Hold on, my phone is ringing. I could not believe whenever I saw it this morning. And she's got all of the, she has got all of that. Let me see. I'm going to see if I can't find it. Hold on, guys. Y'all have got to see this. This is the worst thing I have ever seen. Hold on. Let me show you this. Oh my gosh, she looks terrible. Let's take a look at her. You gonna let me fast forward it or not? There it goes. Come on, let me fast forward it.
And not take it.
Okay. Just like tuck it under my bra a little bit because if not, look.
Look at her.
Okay. So as everybody knows, Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders have them like way up.
Oh my gosh, is that not just horrible? Did y'all see that? And what killed me is nothing was said about Aurora. Did you guys notice that? There was nothing said. And I could not believe that. This is supposed to be Aurora's first Halloween. She couldn't, I know she says she doesn't want to show us the baby. Why didn't you show the outfit? Could we not even see that? It was horrible. Did you guys get to see Becca Scoops last night? So Becca, I think, had, hold on, hold on. So Becca Scoops was on last night, and she had a wonderful live. Did you guys see it? If you have not seen it, you need to go over there and see it. Oh my goodness. So, all the stuff that she had on there, and wasn't it funny that doctor's appointment that she was talking about was the reason for deleting her mom? It was canceled. Did not even go. I cannot believe it. That was insane. But guys, let me see. I'm going to open up the chat and put this on there to see if anybody wants to come up. Would love for somebody to come up and talk to me today and tell me what is on your mind. On this live, we've got everything open. We can talk everything from Gypsy Rose to, oh gosh. Oh, Bree. Oh, Lord. That woman scares the crap out of me. I have to tell you. Oh my gosh. She is so scary. And if you notice, if you listen to any of those lives that they were doing, they almost changed the narrative right on the live. I could not, because at one time she was saying, well, Gypsy, even if you did need to have the surgeries, she still wouldn't let you live your life. What? And I'm wondering, because now Gypsy's got these new friends, do you think that Bree may be feeling a little like she's going to be dropped? Because in my opinion, Bree acts like she's got a crush on her or something. And still, no Ken. Where's Ken? Do you really believe he's working 60 hours a week? To me, that's just, I don't know. That is just crazy to me. Just crazy. But guys, I am about to get off of here. But I just wanted to share that information. I care about you guys. We've almost become like family since the start of my channel. And I really want you guys to keep your head on a swivel. Watch what's going on in your neighborhoods, because things are just so crazy right now. And I just want to make sure that you guys are doing okay. So guys, I will see you in the next video. I love you guys. Have a great week. Bye.